Well, fall break is upon us, which means that the transition from fall to winter sports is nearly here. Joining us this morning is something of an expert on that subject, dual sport athlete Aaron Jones. Thanks for coming in. So we'll start off with volleyball. That's what we're in right now. So as of now, there are only 4 games before the Iowa Conference tournament. You guys are basically guaranteed a spot at this point. So what are you guys doing to prepare for that?
Well, coming off our game against Loris, we had a 10-day break until we play again, which is tonight. And so over those 10 days, we kind of were using that as a body break, a mental and physical break, while having a chance to watch more film on when we're successful and when we struggle and what kind of is going on at those times. I think the break was really good for us to push through the rest of the season and be at our best volleyball coming forward in the next month. But you just got to do what works, and we've had a really successful season, and we're able to bounce back when things aren't going great for us, which any good team should be able to do. So I think just preparing with how we've always been preparing, and we'll do our thing.
So I guess what's the overall goal then? I mean, obviously, winning the Iowa Conference is probably there,
Yeah.
but would you say that you guys are capable of winning a national championship?
I think so, yes. I think that if we're playing our best volleyball come early November and we're playing together and we're playing to our strengths, there's no doubt in my mind that we can do anything we want to do.
And you've definitely been a huge part of that. You've gone on a tirade this season. So let's move on to basketball then. You're the starting center, or you're probably going to be. Obviously, last season was a pretty big deal. What sort of pressure does last year's Final Four run have on this year's team?
I wouldn't call it pressure. I think it's motivation. I think bringing back a lot of our strengths from last year and bringing in a lot of new strengths with our freshman class is only going to build on what we did last year. We obviously have big shoes to fill, losing Bobby and Kaylee, but those two were great leaders last year and showed us what we need to do and how to get things done. And I think that only knowing what we're capable of is going to help us. I don't know that there's really pressure because we trust in each other and we trust in our process, and we know our coaches are doing the best they can for us, and they're great mentors. So I think it's going to be a great season.
So there are no seniors on the team this year, right?
Right.
So being a returning starter, how does that put any pressure on you?
I think that, last year only having 2, it kind of was an opportunity for the rest of us to be leaders as well on the court and during practices and stuff. So I think that we're ready for it, but it is a little different being like a junior, having to step into senior shoes. But I think that something that's special to Wartburg basketball is that there's no issues with team chemistry. So it's not like you have to deal with the struggle of connecting with your players, your other players and teammates. So I think that it'll work out really well, having however many junior seniors that we have this year to work together to kind of lead and help push our team to be better every day.
So I mentioned earlier on in the show that your rivals predicted that you'd win the conference this year. Obviously, that's a big goal, but will that be enough after last year?
No, we're going to keep pushing to make it through the season. Obviously, our goal is to make it further than last year, which is the goal, I think, of every sports team ever. But no, we're not going to ever be satisfied with our season, and I think that's going to motivate us more to keep pushing through.
So as a commentator, I called a lot of your games last season. I really have a lot of faith in this team. Do you? I assume you do.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So practice has started this week, right?
Yeah, I think they're on day 5 right now. And I miss about the first month usually of season, but it's a quick transition because all my teammates help me, so I'm not too worried about it.
Great. Well, thanks a lot for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me.